Hi, folks. How are you doing today? I'm joined today with Matthew Phillips from the Astro team, in which and then we will build fastify-astro together. You know, this is one of those guest star type of shows. So I'm very happy that you can be here with us, Matt. So thank you for coming. Oh, how did you end up being on at Astro, by the way?
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is really cool. Um, yeah, I worked for Astro. Like I guess my background is, mostly um, front end stuff. I've been involved in open source for a long time. I used to work on a project called CanJS, which is a front end framework. And I did open source on that for like 3 years, I think. And then I was working for a consultancy at the time, so doing some consulting. I wound up doing a lot of back end consulting, believe it or not, even though like that was never like my specialty. And then Fred, who's the founder of Astro, he was working on another project called Skypack at the time, which is a like a module CDN. And so he was hiring for that. So I applied for that and worked there. And probably about like 4 months into when I started working there is when we started working on Astro. So just kind of like pivoted what the company was doing, um, for a few reasons. Like yeah, I don't know if I want to dive into that, but
Nah,
Skypack
don't
has some.
worry. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing.
Skypack
Skype
had some. Yeah,
was
sorry.
amazing, but it was
Yeah,
probably ahead of its time, something like that.
yeah. And then one thing the browsers did, um, that kind of hurt that idea a little bit was that they made it so that the CDN is no longer shared between
Yeah,
domains, I believe.
yeah.
Um,
It's for safety. It's security and safety.
yeah. So like that kind of took away one of the major advantages to a CDN is like, hey, if you're using React or something, like everybody, it's already cached because some other
Yeah,
website's using it. And then now they made it so that, domains have their own cache,
yeah.
you no longer have that benefit. So
Oh, you would not. You will be very much surprised how much I know about all these problems because
yeah,
I'm part of the board of the OpenJS Foundation. And you
yeah,
might not know that the board of the inside OpenJS Foundation, the OpenJS Foundation, we also have jQuery, which is the most popular
yeah, of course.
front end library for the entire world. Okay, most websites have jQuery in it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Okay, they're mostly not getting any
WordPress.
updates also, but this is a different topic. Okay, I'm not going to open that specific can of worms.
Yeah,
And then it's basically so there is, as part of jQuery, there is also the jQuery CDN. So I don't
yeah,
know if you are familiar with it, but
of
there is
course. Yeah.
the jQuery CDN that
Hmm.
publish stuff. So essentially this is this is it. Okay, it's all the things that needs to be to be part
Yeah,
of that. So yeah, amazing. So as you
yeah.
notice, people are joining up. Okay, so thank yous for joining. We are slowly climbing up on the views. So happy to have you all here, folks. If you have not joined this channel before, this is mostly a backend focused channel. We talk about a lot of backend stuff, but today we are going to do front end, and I'm very likely we have an expert, and I'm not going to make a shame of myself doing front end as last time I tried. Okay, but I'm going to work with Matt to develop something very nice, very new, which is fastify-astro. So getting some really good integration between the two frameworks, which I think would be greatly benefit the whole community. I think so. It's this is essentially the gist of this session. So I think we can just jump into it, Matt. And I am so if you
Okay.
want to, I can just if you want to share your screen and open up the what you have worked so far, okay,
Yeah. First,
and give us some context, and then we can move forward. Okay, I'm just moving to the screen share. Here we go. Okay, you're live
right.
with the screen share. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can
amazing.
tell I got my notification. I always have unread notifications. So I can't keep up with GitHub.
Look, no, nobody can. Look, I'm so sorry. I'm just like
It's impossible.
nobody can. I'm most of the time. I'm just most of it.
Yeah.
I typically have 100. I'm between 100 behind. I achieve 100 a day.
Do you get the emails too? Do you do the
No,
emails?
I block. It was
Okay.
100 a
Yeah, yeah.
day. Like
I know. Yeah.
it's over. It's totally beyond repair. 100 a day. It's beyond repair. Okay, I'm not even trying.
I know some
So
people still get the emails, and I don't understand how you can like just it's just constant getting the notification. So I got my blue thing there. I check it every now and then.
yeah, I
But
use no. I check them daily, and then daily I
do
start
you?
crunching them, and then by the time I
Yeah.
finish the day, I probably have crunched them all, and then I start again the day after. So it's
Yeah.
just
I feel like they could improve the tooling there. Like I get all the, I'm sure you get too, like the Dependabot ones and stuff like that, even though I know you can turn that off now. But I have a lot of like old repositories, which Dependabot like occasionally will start, updating stuff, and then I don't feel like figuring out the setting to turn that off, and so it's just a mess.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, some context why I'm here, I guess, aside from working on Astro, is I worked on something called Astro Fastify, which is I guess the opposite of what we're going to work on
Yeah.
today. So what this is what we call an adapter. And so Astro has this concept of adapters, and what they are is when you work on your Astro app, there's a command Astro build, which will bundle everything for like production usage, and because you don't want to run Vite in production for a variety of reasons, but it's not the most efficient way to do it. It
Uh,
requires. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know half of the people in the stream will ask me now or later. So maybe you can just answer that and why such a bad idea to bundle your stuff on to deploy Vite on production in production.
Well, Vite is a dev server, so it comes with like things like it adds scripts to do like HMR replacement, for example. Um, it actually Vite is a few different things. It's a dev server. It's also like a module loader. And so when you like import a .astro file or a .jsx file, something like that, it compiles all that stuff. Um, so it's just the startup. It wouldn't be that bad after it started up, but the startup cost of like basically compiling all of your code um, is going to
Oh,
be.
okay. So it's about the startup time. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's startup time. Like I said, it does. There's also like there's all these like dev scripts that it adds for you. Although I think you can probably disable that. It would be possible. And also just the Vite itself is a pretty, or I shouldn't say the Astro as well, development mode. It's pretty big dependency, so
Yeah.
um, you couldn't deploy it to like a serverless function because a lot of those have like a 10 megabyte limit and that kind of thing. So I think there are people that are doing it. I would say it's not possible, but it's like not ideal, and
Okay.
it can't work. It can't work in certain environments. Obviously Vite is an Astro Dev is a Node app, so you couldn't run it in other places in non-node environments. So
Amazing.
anyways, yeah, so we have this idea of an adapter, and basically what that is it allows you to target a particular production environment. Like for example, we have a Node.js adapter, and that just kind of creates a kind of a basic Node server with the ability to use it for like Express Connect middleware as well. But it also can just you can just like run Node and then point to the bundled file, and it will start up a Node server for you with just kind of like basic server features. Then we also have like the adapter for Netlify, which is a serverless environment, and Vercel, Cloudflare, etc. Kind of a lot of the popular hosts. So that's what an adapter is. I wrote this Astrofastify because I wanted to bundle everything to be ready to run as a Fastify server.
Yeah.
Um, and you can actually run. This is one of the few adapters that runs in dev mode as well. So what you can do is you can like give it where your API routes are defined,
Hmm.
and it will start up those. It will run that, and you can like do basically everything you could do in Fastify. But the difference is from what we're working on today is like this is the Astro server, and you run Fastify inside of that. Whereas I
Yeah.
think what we want to build is the opposite, where
Yeah. So
Fastify is on
we
the outside, Astro's on the inside.
yes. Yes, absolutely. So funny.
Yeah,
Really fun
cool.
work.
So yeah,
Amazing.
that's the background. I'm not going to show this, but we got this repository. This is still private, right? Probably yes.
Oh, it's public. It's
Uh,
public.
oh, it's
It's
public now. Okay, cool. I have a couple of branches here. We have done 0 work. So if we want to start on it, we can start. We'll see how far we get. We have what, like another little hour and a half or so. So
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
we
but
might be able to get pretty far. Yeah, additional context, Astro was not made to do this.
oh,
So it's
I am pretty much aware that Astro was not made to do this. Okay,
have you
and
tried? Yeah, you probably tried.
I look. I tried building this specific kind of integration
Yeah,
with all kind of frameworks and servers. Okay, and run into
yeah,
multiple levels of problems. Almost no one is built to
yeah,
is built to do this. There is one catch. So there is there is a few bits that makes Fastify slightly different from other frameworks. Is Fastify uses a routing model based on a radix prefix tree, which is great for performance. Okay, and the fact because in fact we can just very quickly identify which is our route and what we need to do, but it's not great for it's not really great for these kind of integrations where you just want to delegate all the routing to another framework that uses a different set of APIs. Okay, so
yeah, yeah. But that's actually not too that bad for Astro because Astro is file-based routing. So if I'm understanding you correctly, like in Fastify, you want to know all the route rules
yeah,
when the server starts.
yeah,
And you don't use like connect-based
yes, exactly. Yes,
API.
it is not super dynamic like Connect, which
Yeah,
is horribly slow once you start hitting the 50 to 100 different route marks, and it's not a lot to hit like
yeah,
50 different routes on an app. Okay, so it's
yeah,
all of them is a
yeah.
regular expression that you need to match. So
Yeah, so Astro's okay with that because, like I said, like it's all file based, so we do know up front what the routes are,
yeah,
and so we can generate the route uh, using the Fastify API. Like that's not too hard. I mean, there is the problem of like HMR and stuff, where HMR means you can like add a file.
uh,
Like, how do you update? Is that even some possible in Fastify? Can you like?
it's not. So I can walk you through how we do it in Platformatic. We do it in Platformatic, okay?
Okay,
But it's not super stable either.
okay.
So
I
it's
don't think we're
something
gonna
that
get that far anyways. That's
don't
pretty. That's
don't. If we can get everything working just
yeah,
without HMR, I'm very happy. I would be very happy. So
yeah.
if you click on the go in the tab, I think in the issues, I think we had a little bit of back and forth on the topics. So there might be
Yeah, do you
some
want to show
stuff
this?
that our watchers might
Yeah,
want to look at.
right. Yeah, so this is the API for Fastify plugin, right?
Yeah,
And kind of the idea that you came up with is some API where you tell Astro to build, and that's going to give you routes, and then I think dir is like that's a static
Y-
directory.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then loop over them, call app.get, and pass in the path, and there you go. And then you just have to actually render it. So this is actually
Yeah,
very similar to what I came up with.
yeah.
Um, the adapter API is a little bit like this, where um, there's this common class called app that you can pass a bunch of data into. You pass it like all the route information, and then it has like a render function with it, which is similar to the route.serve here. Um, so that's what we're going to use. So I've been working on, like I said, the app um, abstraction. It's intended for adapters, which is kind of a production use case. So I've had to kind of retrofit it to work in development mode, but so it's not quite ready to actually publish, but I think it's on the right track. So I think it's something that we can work on. So yeah, without further ado, let's start. I'm just gonna start from scratch and see where we go. I'm gonna start with a server.js. Maybe I should start with a package.json. Actually, let me just do it.
Yeah, npm init is our big friend. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay. npm. npm. Yes. Cool. Oh no, why is it? Oh, it's because I have a very big node modules. Let's get rid of that. All right.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. Now, all right, let's start with that. We're gonna put our plugin into another file. We're just gonna like use this as kind of like a scratch pad for now.
Yeah.
So
It's you have done
I want
some
to,
preliminary work, so I just want to see exactly how you put it together. So I'm just very curious now.
yeah. I'm just gonna, yeah. I've done a little bit of work, so I'm gonna cheat here and grab just the server file because I don't want to waste any time on the stream doing that. All right, so this is our basic server. I'm gonna comment this out for now, and let's just see if we can get a regular Fastify server to start. Uh-oh. Oh, yes. Yeah. So one thing about Astro is all ESM. So I'm not even going to try to do common.js with it. All right, got to do npm install. Well, okay, I better npm install Fastify. What else do I need? Fastify static. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do a start. There we go. Okay. If I get it up, I get no route found. Cool. That's what you expect. So let me just show that again so people can see. Very basic. I think I pulled this right off of the Fastify getting started.
So a few footnote, folks. When you're doing this, you can completely avoid the start thing.
Oh, can you?
Yes, completely.
You just don't need to do it. It will just start up automatically.
No, you just need the fastify listen. The internal you need, but the function you no need.
Oh, okay.
No point. Like just
No point.
await that, and then you're good.
Oh, and that's basically going to block for the lifetime of the server, I guess.
No, it's just until it's available, but that's fine. It will work fine.
Okay.
It's a top level await.
And it will crash if
if the port is if there is an error, it will crash correctly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so a little bit slimmer. So yeah, we need to define this API. So this is the part I'll actually just write myself and see how far we can go.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since I'd written a Fastify plugin, so let me make sure I got this right. You can just do a default export, right?
You want us a nothing function there, but that's it.
Okay.
Default async. Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget which order everything has to be in.
And if you want to have some auto completion, which you probably would, I'm going to send you the
Can't just do like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fastify instance, I think is. Or wait a second. Yeah, I'm just need to. You are probably way better than me at TypeScript. I typically go and copy and paste this line. It's the argument of fastify is fastify instance. So that's I don't know. I never remember how to specify that stuff. So I go there and copy it from the TypeScript docs of fastify.
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
and the options is my own thing.
Yeah, option is your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm passing in a URL. One thing about Astro is Astro uses like URL objects a lot internally. Like we don't use string paths.
It's fine.
So anyways, yes.
It's slow, but we're getting it faster. It's good. We are getting it faster in Node, right?
Yeah.
So after a few years of very slow URL objects, we are getting them, I think, 50% faster in the next few releases. So pretty stunning.
It's kind of hard for us a little bit internally because Vite uses string paths as well. So we're always like converting things. Like if we're getting a path from Vite, we convert it to a URL. We convert URLs to pass in. So it's like not ideal. I'm not even talking about performance. I'm just talking about from
somebody in the chat is asking why we're writing JavaScript and not TypeScript.
I would be fine with writing each. I just don't want to like take the time to set up TypeScript compilation.
This is a good point. Okay, great. It's probably the final module might be in TypeScript because Astro is all written in TypeScript, I think, if I recall correctly.
Internally, but I mean, you can write it however you want, right?
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter as far as this API. All right, cool. So I'm gonna grab. So there's a special branch of Astro that I have been working on just this morning, in fact. So to expose some things. So it's not even. This is not ready to. It's not in latest. It needs some work, but I'm excited about this because internally, this should make things better internally. Okay, so I have the version of Astro. So Astro exposes this thing called an app. And so what this is a class which you pass it. Again, it's intended for production use. You pass it all of the routes that you have and all this similar stuff, route information, user configuration, stuff that's kind of defined in dev mode. It gets serialized into your production build, and you use that to, basically use that to, if you're on Cloudflare, you use the Cloudflare APIs to turn that into a request object, because Astro uses like capital R requests internally, like the what WG requests. I don't know what do you call those.
So do you ship your own, or do you monkey patch the global one, or use the global ones?
So we use the global ones now. We used to. We don't support Node 14 now in the most recent version of Astro. So in Node 18 they're global, right? In Node 16 they're not, I think.
No, they're not. They are behind the flag.
Okay. In 16, so I think we maybe monkey patched. We add them to the global for 16, I believe, from Undisi, is my recollection.
Yeah. So amazing, nice. So I'm very happy.
So yeah, I'm on 18.4. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that.
By the way, please consider Node.js release is coming out tomorrow. So so not tomorrow, maybe in the next few days.
What's coming out?
See, Node.js security releases.
So, yeah.
It's panic red mode button. Go update this once they're out. It's security stuff, pretty sensitive.
Okay, I will definitely upgrade. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna blow up the font size here. So we have this thing called a dev app, which this is the thing I've been working on. So it's the same thing as that production app class, except it includes Vite and does all like the dev mode stuff, kind of abstracts away everything that happens in dev mode. So I'm just going to create a new instance of that.
So in order to use that, would I need to install Vite separately? Or it's just bundled in?
Yeah, it comes with Astro. So just by installing Astro, like I said, I'm using this special tag, special release. But yeah, Vite and all that stuff comes with Astro. So all you need to do is create an instance of this app.
Yeah.
I'm going to call load on it now, this is going to do the thing where it actually like starts the Vite background process. I don't know if it actually it parses routes at this point too, which is what we need here. So now we can say of app.routes. I think this is a getter. And then now we have this route object. We're not getting types. Is that because I'm not worried about it? I think it's just because
you're not saving it. I think you need to save it. I don't know. Probably it's just fresh.
I don't know, and maybe I don't have the right. I might not have the right type information for this new thing. Oh, this is node. That no wonder that's the wrong thing. Okay, maybe now. Yes, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, I was loading the wrong thing. Yeah, so we have this thing
Hey.
called a route, and so what a route is it has a bunch of information. Um, it has a bunch of different stuff on it. So dynamic routes, I think we're gonna have to. You might have to help me on that. We're not going to do a dynamic route to start, but to get the thing to pass into fastify get the path string, we might have to dynamically create that for our dynamic routes because we don't have there is no syntax for defining routes in Astro, obviously, because it's all file based. So we just kind of have the raw pieces, I guess you would say, the segments that we can build into it.
Okay.
But for a simple route, we can just say route.route, and that should work. Okay, so this gives us, this is not the incoming message, right? This is like, do I call this request reply?
Yeah, these are request reply. You want an async function there, probably. That's
Yes,
what I would do. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, what should we do next? So yes, like I said, Astro deals with the request object. So I'm just going to create a new request. And I need to get the URL, which is going to be, how did I do this before? I know it's the path. I guess I can just do this, right? I can just say, just for the sake of testing.
Slash localhost slash rect.url. Yeah, that would do the trick.
And
But
then the method as well, right? I can just say
yeah,
that method.
yeah.
Okay. So
You're missing a slash. You're missing a slash. So
here?
the localhost slash. Yeah, over there. Yeah.
I think this already has a slash on it, doesn't it?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, true. You're right. You're right. There's a
Yeah,
slash.
I don't think Astro will work correctly with like double slashes.
Okay.
So, or maybe I should say that it is working correctly because it interprets that as a different route.
Yeah, no, Fastify too. We have an option actually to synthesize to remove the double writes or whatever.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
so you do that? You render it? Okay.
Yeah, you call render. There's also a method called match. You can say app.match request, and that will tell you. It'll tell you if the request does match one of the defined routes, but we already know it does because it's we're pulling it straight from the
Yeah.
routes. So yeah, this gives us a response object, and then we need to say reply.status, response.status. Header, is it header? Just single header? Is that
Header.
this is a
Yeah,
function?
it's
Oh
just.
no, or do it if I
You
want
want
to
all
pass the
headers or
object?
just one headers?
I think I want all.
I
Let's
don't
create
think we
that.
have a utility to set them all. Just let me check. I think you need
Are
to
you sure?
iterate. I might require try reply
No, I think it
something.
does. Yeah, reply.headers.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
like it
headers.
thinks.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
That's,
yeah, like I said, we need to convert this because this takes like an object, right?
yeah.
Um, and
And then you have the
so
slow header subject. Sorry about this. I'm just I am maintaining those classes. I am maintaining those classes. Okay, I'm part of the team that maintain request, response, headers, all of those.
yeah.
So
See,
it's
you worry about all this stuff that I don't even think about.
yeah, they are slow. Okay, just to
I
clarify,
believe.
a plain
Yeah,
object is actually like way faster
I
than
know, I know.
those
Well, that's
objects.
so the reason why Astro uses these objects is because it's like runtime agnostic, right? Like it
Oh,
works
big
in
time! I am. Look, this is why we have added them in Node. So I'm
yeah,
not even complaining
yeah,
about
yeah.
them. I'm just stating the problem. Okay.
I understand. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the response has a headers object, which is like kind of this special object. I'm going to call entries. I don't know if there's a better way,
Yeah.
but this is what I usually do. So this should give us back a plain object
Yeah.
with keys of headers that we can
Should
just
be.
pass directly into here. And then, So I'm not going to try to do streaming. So Astro has streaming responses. And in an Astro file, you can do things. Let's go ahead and create an Astro. Let's create the skeleton. Astro actually doesn't require you have a lot of stuff in it. Like it really just needs a source pages folder. And then you can start putting, these are our routes.
Look, I love this. So cool.
Thanks. Yeah, so then you can just start putting stuff here. Let's say fastify-astro. Body. Okay, so why did I want to do that? Yeah, so Astro supports streaming responses. So you can do stuff like, let's say, to-dos equals fetch example.com/APIs to do. This is a promise for a response. So you can actually just in the templating, you can pass a promise. So I could do something like.
Okay, now I have questions, but keep going. I have questions for you. I finish this example,
Okay.
and then we can.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just get the response. To-dos equals to-dos response dot then.
You can't use await here.
You can, but then it would block the actual template from going out. So normally you would use await, but I want to get a promise. I don't want to get the the actual data. Yeah, so I'm just going to grab the JSON. So now I have a promise for the JSON, and now I can put it directly here.
Okay. So now I understand you. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do weird stuff if you want. Like you can pass a function into the template. You can call a function inside the template, and then you could do like to-dos equals await to-dos. And now because it's inside the template, it actually doesn't block. So then you can do to-dos.map, and then you can put like your li to-do dot label or whatever. Yeah, assuming that that'll work. So you can do stuff like that. So the reason why I mentioned that here is because Astro does streaming, and so what it will do is, because this is a promise, right?
Yeah.
We're passing a promise into the template. It's going to get to this, and it's going to flush everything above it.
Yeah.
And then wait for the response, and then flush what obviously this generates some more.
Absolutely, makes total sense.
Yeah. So, anyways, so Astro supports streaming. So that's why.
Oh no, put it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Let's try to make it work.
You want to try and make it work? Okay, let's try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try. This seems the advanced case that we need to get going.
So how I'm going to do this? Tell me if there's a better way. I'm going to say response.body. So you can do for await on response body because it implements symbol dot what is it? Async iterator, I think.
Async iterator, yeah.
And so that gives you a chunk, which is going to be.
I think you can just use from web, readable from web, from the node stream.
I don't think it works. I tried this, and it didn't work. Let's try it. So yeah, so I need to. Yeah, that's probably the way you should do it. So
yeah,
I'm not very familiar with this API.
Me neither. I wrote the thing. No, I'm not. I didn't wrote it, but yeah, I reviewed the PR. So
is it something like readable.from web, right?
Yeah.
And so then I just pass it response.body, I guess.
Should be that.
Yeah, this takes a readable stream, which I assume is the web readable stream. Yeah. Okay. And that's what this should be.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can just say reply dot, is it send?
You just do return stream and it will get the thing done.
Oh. Okay.
So there is two difference here. This is, so if you do reply.send,
Mhm.
you will get a race condition, and it won't work. The reason
That's
is
okay.
the reason is you're basically mixing two concepts. One
Yeah.
is the return of this function, which is a sync, okay, which returns a promise, okay, and the other
Mhm.
one, and it expect to have a result. That
Gotcha.
result is then sent back to the user.
Gotcha. Okay.
However, if you call .send, you are sending the data from the stream.
Yeah.
So basically, you need the other way to make it work is do put at the end of the function return reply, which will make it wait for the reply to be completed.
Cool.
So
Okay. That's what I'd done wrong, is I think I just done reply send.
yeah,
So
I think so. Yeah.
what I wind up doing was you can actually await each chunk and you can say
Yeah.
reply.raw, right? And it will just
Yeah, I think,
write the chunk.
or yeah, if it doesn't work, that's what we'll do for the stream. But let's try
Yeah.
this and see if it works. This seems pretty cool, by
Cool.
the way. It's actually super tiny. So
Yeah, it's pretty small. Like I said, there's still some work to be done on this dev app
yeah, there
concept,
is
but
somebody was saying in the chat that we had
uh-oh.
some issues with. There's probably some issue with the header subject and cookies and that kind of jazz.
Oh, just 1,000 issues, I'm sure. All right, let's see if we got this far. Well, this is not going to actually do anything. Maybe we replace this with promise.resolve. Oh no, that won't work either. Yeah. Well, I'll just
Yeah. Just because call it
change.
to dos and then just put a list on there
Yeah, let's
of
not
labels.
Okay, cool.
And then
So
objects.
label like walk the dog.
Yay! Are you a
Pretty
dog person?
cool. Yes, my dog is sitting here with me.
Me too. I'm sorry,
Awesome.
all of our cat people in the room.
Like cats do. Okay, so let's see. To do this promise, we'll say. So yeah, you can create a promise and then wait on it. And we even get autocomplete. Yeah, we have a pretty good. If you get the Astro VS Code extension, it actually is pretty good autocomplete. So we can see the shape of our to
Do
do.
you ship a language server?
Yes.
So I can get this configured in my Vim setup. So
Yeah, it is possible, and there's some Vim users I know that are doing it, so it is definitely
I'm
possible.
going to try to get that done. This seems pretty cool, by the way. So
All right, let's just start up here. I'm gonna increase the size of my. Oops, too big, maybe. PM start. Okay, so now let's bring it up. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, wow, I was
did
nice.
your screen froze? Sorry, you in the top moment the screen froze.
It did it really?
Yeah, no, now it's back. Yes, it's
Okay.
working.
Okay, so let's see if we can test out. So we can't actually stream the individual LIs. I was seeing how we could simulate this. Let's just have some fun.
Sure.
New promise, resolve, do set timeout. 5 seconds or 3 seconds, let's say. I'm gonna restart the server because I don't trust that my HMR is working at this point with this.
Oh,
setup.
we need to check that. So don't worry. That's
Okay. So look, I started and we see hello fastify, and then we
Yeah.
see the to-dos come in.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get even fancier, we could make this. Let's do it. Let's just have some fun. We can make this be a async generator. And so, yeah, so we can actually pass an async generator into the template. See, I'm so happy I'm doing your stream because you appreciate stuff like this, where I feel like a lot of people are don't
Oh, look, I have
don't use
some.
generators and
Okay, I have some. I think my first talk about async generators, and it was
yeah.
around 2018, something like that, maybe even earlier than that. Like,
Yeah.
half of the stuff that you use this was designed by me back in 2018, and it's so
really?
fantastic to see. Like, so all the node integration with async generators and the fact that there is a front web that actually any works was more or less designed by me and a bunch of other people in between 2018 and 2019, and it was
So
just
cool.
like such. I did this talk in 2019 called "Streaming to the Future," and where we talk about how to get to that all the new streaming. So what people use Node streams now for and all this stuff is all based on that. Okay, and it's so great, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, so you should be able to. This should be able to work too. Let's see if this works. It's going to wait a couple of seconds, then it shows one. Now it shows the other, and then the body is going to come as well.
Amazing.
So anyways, that's just kind of a preview of some cool stuff you can do with Astro. But it's really, I'm actually surprised and happy that this actually worked the first time, because I felt like this was not going to work. Anyways, yeah, there we go.
Okay, let's try see if it works with the live if the HMR reload work at all.
Okay, I think it's not going to. I think it's probably not going to, but let's try it.
I think it will, but you won't notice new pages. So,
well, I think it won't on our part.
Oh, okay.
World. No, it didn't. So I think there's a couple.
Sorry. Try reload the page. Try reload this page.
Oh, yeah, okay. That did work. Yes. Right. And the reason why that worked is because in Astro, we basically we don't it doesn't recompile the file on every reload. It like tracks, Vite internally tracks when a file changes, and it kind of marks that file to need to be recompiled and re-executed. So that's kind of what's happening behind the scenes there.
Yeah, there is no WebSocket that tells you to reload the front end here. You probably do it on your dev server, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we have. Up? Okay, sorry, that's not.
No, we can talk about it. How's what hooked up now?
Yeah, how is they? So this is the two files that is trying to load and it's not.
Yeah, so these are files that these are both HMR related. Well, I think they're both HMR related. So these are things that Vite we need to hook into Vite server to resolve. So we should be able to create our own separate routes for these. These are kind of special cases. You see the @ symbol.
You will need a separate route, yeah.
So let's see this. Now this part I did not get into in my own little demo. So we can try it though. So just after this, we can say fastify.get. So how do I say I want to get anything that matches? Let's try this one at first.
Do you want to match with @fs on @vite?
Yes.
So you just use the wildcard. So you do get @fs / @fs / wildcard, and then that would be it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that one at first. Okay, so again, this might not actually work because I was messing around with this before the call and I don't think I got that far enough, but we'll try it. So app has a thing called app.handle as well, and you can pass it the raw incoming message in server response. I can do that here, right?
Yes, you can. You need to just do something. You need to call rec.hijack method.
Oh, okay. Rec.
And before you do that, you pass in the raw stuff. You can do rec.hijack, which means tell Fastify, oh, you're out of Fastify. You're completely dealing with the response on your own.
Yeah. Yes. Do I call rec.hijack?
Yeah.
Or no? And
So you need to do that. Basically, that will tell us to not care about anything, and you handle the response on your own.
Okay. And so then, yes. So then
So
I can
then you
say
can pass down the raw objects through.
rec.raw, right? And
Yeah.
reply.raw.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that is because maybe there's a better way to do this, but Vite needs those raw objects.
Yeah. I am aware.
Or, yeah. All right. Let's just
I
try
played
that.
quite a lot with in Fastify. We have something called Fastify Vite, and I
Yeah.
helped Jonas to get things going.
Yeah, I know him a little bit. We had talked kind of early days of Astro because he was working. His stuff is pretty similar.
Yep.
So I need to start with slash, I think is what it's telling me. Okay, so let's start this and see if that works. That did not work. Oh,
Sorry.
rec.hijack is not a function.
Oh, did I force his reply.hijack? Let me check the docs. Or you should just get the autocompletion, maybe. Let me check.
Yeah, I didn't get. Okay, I think it's reply.hijack.
Yeah, it might be a reply. It's reply, yeah, sorry.
Okay, let's try that.
It's basically, yay! Fastify, we don't want you, okay, anymore. You started our stuff, and
Okay, cool. I think it worked.
It
Oh my
started.
gosh. Yeah, I am actually a little surprised that worked. Okay.
Why?
Well, because like not on Fastify's part, on my part, because I don't know, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work.
Yeah, look, man, I was pretty much convinced it would. Okay, so those are the actual raw stuff. Okay.
No, it's not. Again, it's more on my end because I was thinking that we needed to actually start a Vite server, like have it run on a port. I've never actually tried to use Vite without it running on a port before, so that's the part that I wasn't sure if it was.
So the question here is if it does WebSockets or something, then
yeah, it does. So that's how it does. That's how HMR works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's
so not found.
Yeah, because it's looking for node modules Vite.
Oh, do we need to serve that as a static as well?
Node modules, I am afraid so. Yeah. Well,
okay.
I would just suppose node modules less Vite, but that might.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So
you want to do a resolve of the Vite dependencies, though. So you just don't want to get that. You want to resolve that directory, I think. Required. Did you ever use required.resolve?
Yes. Why do I want it? I can't just pass it. I can't just make this a static folder.
Because do that the static one right now. Yeah, it won't work on our good old friends Yarn and PMPM.
Yeah.
The word is never too easy.
Yeah, you're thinking you're thinking production production readiness. I just wanted to get to work. Okay. Vite. I don't actually need to do that. I can just give it path. Is it just relative? Do I just do this? Is that right?
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
And I think we need to do some stuff for WebSockets, but that's a different topic.
Root.
An absolute path. Yeah.
Okay, so I better do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this because this is the only way I know. Because I don't always work with URL object.
Oh man, it's totally fine. It's look, each one of us has its own way to deal with this specific level of crap. Okay. Yeah. I have a little utility called the DSM.
So what now? DSM.
It's complaining.
Let's just see. This route is not found.
Okay, go back into the code.
Hold on. Fastify is static.
It seems correct.
Look at the docs. Path join public. Oh, prefix. Do we need?
No, you don't want the prefix here. It's fine.
That said wildcard false. Is that wrong? Does that matter?
No, wildcard false is correct. It's correct here in this specific case. Import meta URL node module. Oh, yeah, you want on the prefix node module /vit.
Okay.
Because, yeah, / node module /vit.
Slash. This is this is
you want the prefix, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so code load, everything's loaded. Okay, let's see if HMR works now. So yeah, someone asked about WebSockets. Actually, we get some errors. What is that? Defines. Oh, I bet this needs to go through Vite server as well, because I think it wants to compile this somehow. So that was a waste of time, but that's okay.
So it needs to go in fastify.handle?
Yes.
In the app.handle stuff?
Yeah, it needs to go through that. It's okay. It's only loading this one file. It's not like we're going to load a bunch of other files. I'm just going to copy. Just going to copy and paste this.
Yeah.
We create a function for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Still didn't work. Why is that? That is surprising. Dist runtime client HR. Dist client. Oh, this is a different. It does need to load several files. Yeah, this is where it's going to be. I'm just going to say
ugly and nasty and horrible thing. Yeah, pretty much. I am aware. Some of this integration is clunky. Okay, it's
as long as it works.
Yeah, like
always clean it up later. Okay, cool. So we got it to load, and as you can see, yeah. So one thing that I don't know what I'm not super familiar with this code, but I think what it's doing is Vite allows you to define environment variables and have those be available in the front end, but obviously you don't want all of your computer's environment variables exposed to your front end application. So what it does, what I think it's doing is it's finding like kind of the blessed, like allow listed environment variables and basically compiling those into the front end. And so yeah, so that's how you get it. So let's see if HMR actually works now. So someone in the chat you said was asking about WebSockets. So Vite does use WebSockets for this purpose. Let's see if it actually started one. Maybe it didn't start. Oh, it did start it. Okay. So yeah,
but
so
it doesn't seem to be connecting at all. So
it's in pending phase. I wonder if that's because
you are not hooking it up. It's not hooked up.
Yeah, I bet I'm not hooking it up under the hood.
Yeah, we need to know how we need to hook it up.
Yeah, it did not update. It does on refresh.
It does on refresh, but in order to do the live reload, we need to hook up that WebSocket and route it somewhere. So
no, we don't need to do that on our end. That's it. Basically, this thing should be doing that for you. This dev app thing I wrote.
Yes, but
it's
okay.
Yeah.
What
so
are those requests? And like at some point you are going to somebody's asking what is Stream about. So we are building a new module called fastify-astro. It's written up at the top, and there's also a link at the top of the chat with what we are building here. So sorry to be interjecting. Somebody asked that question.
Okay. So yeah, internally you can tell Vite to start the WebSocket server when Astro creates a Vite instance. it should be telling Vite to start the WebSocket server, and I think it's not doing that.
Well, because we are not telling it. We are not. In order to start the WebSocket server, you need to pass in a server object or something to attach it to, and you're not at this point in time.
Yeah,
So
we're not at this point in time. So I'd have to dig into like the
we need
internals to really.
Yes, you need to either when you create the dev app.
Yeah.
Or
inside of that needs to do it, and I'm not very familiar with how that works.
It's you need a server object, and you will need to look it up.
Let me see. All right, let's just do it. Let's just try. This is probably not going to work. So there's this container object, which has the Vite server. Let's see if it has WebSocket. What is this?
It has an HTTP server. Can we pass in
yes.
Yes, you have the WebSocket server. Yes, if you have that, then we are.
I don't think it started. I don't think it started though. I know the Vite server is not started. I don't think, because I didn't want to start the Vite server because it didn't want that running on port.
Okay, so let me look at the Vite.
So this is the internal code. I know we can call this. We can call Vite server.listen, which will. Here, let's just try that, and let's just give it like another port, like port 6000 or something.
Yeah, that would solve the problem.
Okay, let's try that.
But
Now let's look at.
Oh, sorry. How can I get the docs here? Config plugins. No guide. Okay. HMR API and
It might be internal because so this dev app thing, like it comes out of our internal testing. This is how we do like internal unit testing.
Okay.
And I think that turns off WebSockets and stuff because we're not really testing that part in the unit test. So I wonder if I'm like turning it off somewhere.
It might be.
We'll try this, but we might have to hunt on this.
Look, if well, we know it's not working, so if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and then we are good. In the sense that we can figure it out. Okay, so I am JavaScript API.
Let's see.
So Vite create server. Okay, it has a create server thing, and it has a Vite dev server, which is probably what you're spawning.
Yeah.
And okay, will be null in middleware mode. I'm looking at it. And
is there like a start or something maybe? Restart. I think there might be a config option that actually causes it to start the WebSocket.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing it right now.
Okay. Here, I'm just gonna pull up. I dive into the sources to figure out how stuff works.
Yeah. So you're probably, are you calling create server or you're just probably not?
No, we are. I am calling create server because we have to have a server to like do compilation and stuff. I'm just not.
Okay.
I'm not listening on a port.
Haha. Okay.
Well, I am. I did that now, but I didn't do it at first. Let's see. Is there like a start? WS server. Yeah. So where does that come from? HMR server. I wonder if. Yeah. Okay. So HMR. Maybe I might have turned HMR off. Config.server. I wonder if that's what's happening. Beat config.
So if you're tuned in right now, make sure that all of this, we are basically replumbing things together. It's doing a lot of custom plumbing for making two things to flow the right data where it needs to go.
Okay, I'm just gonna put HMR true here. This is some internal code, but let's see if that does it. Maybe it was going false.
But it's hardly not, because we are not connecting the right WebSocket thing where it needs to be. So I don't think Vite has the API for what we need.
Okay.
Like I am pretty much it's
Cool.
have you got the a hang of the Vite web server?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's trying to get from 3,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, but have you got the a handle on the Vite?
Yes.
On the Vite dev server?
Yes.
Can
Yeah,
you try printing the WS property instead of listening? Can you just try printing that?
Server.ws. It's probably Let's see what it does.
Yeah, I just want to see if we have it, because if we do have it, if we do have it,
we can wire it up ourselves. Is that what you're saying?
Let me see.
Let me see.
So there's WebSocket server. Just a second, okay? I just want to.
See, that's what I like about your audience is we're able to work on this like super low level stuff. Hopefully you find it interesting.
Oh yeah, no, that's what this stream is about, like low level building stuff type of thing. Okay, so but these WebSocket server, it's on and off clients. So just a second, let me look at WebSocket server WS. So I don't remember the API of that thing, but I'm going to get the API of that thing very quickly. So and I can okay. So now what you need to try is just a second. Okay, I am going to okay, I'm going to pass you some code in. Let me see where. There is a chat here in ping, and I'm passing you the code, the snippet.
Okay.
So okay, we're trying to pull in some magic here.
All right.
So you have that up. You have that server created. So you want to do the routing bits, okay?
Yeah, basically I'm just wiring up all this.
You just need server on upgrade.
Oh, just need server on upgrade. Okay, so this is.
You just copy the server on upgrade part there.
Okay.
Down to the bottom. Yeah.
Put this in our plugin.
Yeah, stick that in our plugin. And instead of server is fastify.server. Okay.
So then don't want this, I assume, right?
You don't want that. No, you want just you want the Vite config server on upgrade thing. Sorry, sorry. I did. You got that one, yes, and you want to do dot under ws dot under upgrade.
Handle upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay. And then give it. Is
that signature
does.
If it works, I am look.
Socket.
This is
head. Okay.
Yeah.
So and then we don't need any of this stuff.
Yeah, any of the rest? No, you don't.
Okay, basically we're just.
Sorry. Go back. You need something.
Okay.
Go back. Cancel that. You need the function done.
Function
and the
done.
emit.
In the emit, where do I see that?
From line 72.
Yes.
You see that you need the function and the content.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I need to do this. Is this what you're saying?
No, not just done. It's just the first parameter is is the WebSocket. So it's WS, yes. And then you need, that line. Yeah. And the
so,
WSS is the app.container.viceserver.ws.
okay, so let's just do.
Whoa, this is.
All right, let's see if this works. So wait, is this a W? Is this the same WS?
Yeah. No, it's not. This is WSS. That's a WebSocket server. So 61 is WSS.
Oh, and
At the beginning.
This
At
is
the
the
beginning.
socket. Yeah.
One is the server, the other one. So at the beginning, you're missing an S on the first instance.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is the server, and this is like a socket connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, if this works, that's pretty darn cool. Okay. Let's see. So what we want to see here. Oh, is that the right thing? We want to see this finished. I can't believe it. That is pretty cool. All right. Let's test it.
Look, we have made some freaking magic here.
All right. Ah, it didn't work.
No. But yeah. Wait a second. We are getting closer, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's because what's the problem?
Well, I think at this point it's probably actually I don't know. I don't know what actually triggers it to refresh and why. So what should be happening? What should be happening is that
messages. Look at the messages.
Oh yes. Oh, we have an issue.
So
here.
you there is some problem on.
Yeah, failed to construct WebSocket, localhost undefined. So let's look at the messages, like you said.
There's no messages.
No messages. So is it failing at startup then?
Oh, it's not a function.
Oh, wait. Handle upgrade is not a function.
It's not a function? Why is not a function? Sorry. Let me see.
Let's see. Okay, so
I'm just it might not need that. Just a second. I'm just opening up the WebSocket server here. Yeah, it's this WebSocket server. Oh, wait a second. They are not. Wait. They want something different. It's a different WebSocket server, and yeah, look, we are getting it there. So you probably just a second. I'm going to hijack. We are going to hijack it big time. So so just a second. Okay, it's so what is returning here?
They might not expose.
Look, it seems it's not exposing it.
Oh, so yeah, so on. Oh, so there is this raw.
Yeah. So this is what we need, but yeah, this is where we are doing our magic. Okay.
Yeah.
And the problem is that it's not exposing it to me.
Yeah, it's not exposing the actual WSS. This thing is not being exposed.
Let me see. Is it somewhere? I am.
Wait. So create WebSocket server.
It's not exposing it to me.
I'm just gonna do a little investigation here. Let's see. We had. Do I still have that console log? I don't have that anymore. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so let's see what's on the prototype here.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it. And
nope, it's a null prototype. Yeah, it's.
It's. I am. I'm trying to see. Okay, just I'm looking at the Vite source code at this point in time, and we might just ask them to if they can expose these implementation detail.
Yeah, or just expose the handle upgrade method would help too. I think, right? That's really all we need.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, well, what we need to WS server. Sorry, just a second. So okay. Wait a second. Have you got an handle of the HMR server
The
from
HMR
Vite?
server, the that is the Vite server, right? Is you need the
It's
HTTP server? What do you need? We have
so
the
in
H.
Vite there is a thing called HMR.server.
Is there really?
Yeah. So if you look
Well,
at this thing, yeah,
that's just
that
an
thing.
object. Yeah, we do have that.
Do
I
you
think.
have that? Like,
Thought I did.
can we get that somewhere from there?
I think so.
We are cheating big time here.
HMR. Maybe not. Is that where's that exposed? HMR. Let's try. Let's see what's on this object.
Yeah, it's totally digging in Vite code. Hi, folks. Is there anybody from Vite?
Server HMR is undefined.
Yes.
Wonder why that is. Maybe hold on. Let's go in here. HMR true. Maybe that will give us some more stuff.
You probably get it.
No, it's just HMR true. It's not.
Oh, if it's HMR true, we are grand. Okay.
We are.
Can we control something in that object? Like, can we get access from our plugin to that HMR object?
Well, this is just HMR truth. I don't know if it's the same thing though.
Oh, yeah, no, probably not. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not the Vite config. We need to. I don't know
where.
Not the
Vite. Yeah, it is. It's config.server.htmr. Yeah, I think this is all the config.
Yes, but if you can, okay, let's do something very, very nasty here. Okay, this is not something you would want to do at home. So instead of in going where you put HMR true.
Yeah, we can do. We can pass in config. We can do whatever
you put there a server property with an event emitter.
A server property with a server. With an event emitter.
And that returns an event emitter.
So I need to import event emitter, right?
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep.
Emitter.
Yep.
Okay, HMR. Okay, so
this? Yep.
Okay.
Now.
All right, let's see. So
now,
let's see. vconfig.server.htmr.
Exactly. Let's see if nobody complains heavily about this.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. That's great. We can get it done. Then go back in our stuff. So we basically we are reverse engineering. So instead of WSS,
I'm gonna need this, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to need to that thing. Yep. So you're going to emit, instead of doing the handle upgrade stuff, you are going to emit in that HMR the upgrade event with the exact same signature.
Okay, so I think it's HMR.server, right?
Emit upgrade.
Upgrade. Okay.
And the same signature of that function at the top.
Socket head. And this part as
well? No, you don't need that. You don't need it. Just that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Let's try. Let's try and see. This is just
I'm really curious.
Adventures. Server. Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it.
All right, let's try. What's the worst that can happen? Okay. Hello world. Let's see what happens. Status 101. That's good, right?
Yeah, 101 is WebSocket is established.
Connected.
Yes, it seems that we are getting there. Try updating.
All right. Hello, Fastify. Oh my gosh.
Haha. We got progress.
Oh wow. I can't believe that worked. Wow.
Yeah, like this is massive amount of hacking. Like I have no clue. like I am not 100% sure somebody should do that in a public usage API or anything, but this actually worked. Okay.
Yeah. That's really cool. I don't know if like that might actually be the way we should do it though. I don't know. Because I mean, we want to use the Fastify. We don't want Veep to start its own server
Yeah.
on a different port.
No, exactly. Yeah.
So we just want to use our own internal
So there are
port.
two
So
ways of doing this. Okay. If you
mm,
can control, so one way is you can pass in the fastify.server as
mhm,
an option and put it at that point in time in the create vit configuration, but you need a
mhm.
way to get that information flow down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if how hard is that, or you do this trick.
Uh, you're saying you can pass this server as the
Yes.
option?
No, you need
Oh,
to pass
interesting.
that server inside where you call create vit.
Yeah, yeah. And you're saying as this
Yeah,
object, right?
yeah,
This would be
exactly.
the
Yeah,
server itself.
yeah.
So yeah, that might actually be doable because I think do we have access to that here?
It's fastify server. Yeah, yeah, it's there. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I think we could pass it like this or something like that. Or
Yeah,
maybe call this HMR server. I don't know, whatever.
yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
And then basically that would get passed through. Yeah, that's very doable. Um, in which case you wouldn't need any of this at all, you're saying?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we can I can make that happen.
Yeah,
Not
that.
right now, but
Yeah,
yes,
but
I can make that
just
happen.
so you don't need this massive hack. Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of it's almost as designed though, right? Because it is
Yeah,
an event emitter.
it
So
works. It's basically look. Node.js truly is built on top event emitter and streams. So once
right,
you know very well event emitter and streams, you could more or less plug everything with anything else.
right. Yeah, that's so cool. All right. Okay. Well, we got that working. Yeah, I don't know if we have time for much else. We could look at a dynamic route, I guess. What do we got? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, something like
You
that.
you tell me. You want to
Oh
try
yeah, I have
something
15
else?
minutes. Then we can probably go further a little bit if we want to take some questions. I don't know.
Okay, let's go a little bit
Oh,
further. I do.
they're asking somebody in the room. Is the middleware model mentioned in the Vite Dusk not suitable here?
The what now?
Middleware mode.
We are using middleware mode, I think.
Oh, okay.
Um, I don't know. That's a good question. We might not be using middleware. I think we're using middleware mode. But that we basically if you're using middleware mode, which I think we are, it doesn't start a HTTP server. I guess it's not starting the WebSocket server
No,
either.
yeah, no, it's not.
So I think if you use a middleware mode, the idea is that you would pass your own server through, like you suggested. So I think we're in a good shape. I just need to make it possible to pass through the server.
It's
So
amazing, man.
okay, yeah. Do you want to do questions or do we want
No,
to?
this was the question that I had, so let's keep going.
Okay, let's try. So you could have like a blog with posts and
Yeah,
um,
you probably need to do a fix in our code. So
to make this work. Oh yeah, no, I know we do. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay.
That's why I did it. So let me just do basic. So what this is log. What this syntax does is it looks like a spread operator, and the idea is that this is a way to say that um, anything past here, um, what it does is it's saying that this what's the way to do it? Actually, let's just start with a simpler example. It's a way to like insert a variable essentially, right? Is that when you're doing this, you get a property called Astro. Astro has this thing called props. Oh no, I'm sorry, actually params here. Um, and the param is going to be the ID. So it's basically a way to get like whatever is in the URL. If someone goes
Oh,
to
okay.
blog slash hello world, maybe it's better to call this slug. so you get that. So you get the string hello world here. And then you could use that to like look up in your database or, do external API call, whatever you got to do to do that. So this is a dynamic segment, right? And so when we go here, let's just console log our routes here. We're going to get 2 routes now. Got a mess. So yeah, the route looks like this. This is not the right syntax for fastify, right?
No, but the question
fastify
now is if you want fastify to parse that or not, okay? Which, to be honest,
we
might
have
not.
we have this thing called segments, so we can build out whatever we need to pass to fastify. We can build it from this segments object. So what is the syntax? Where do I find that?
It's colon. It's colon and the name of the
It's just
thing.
colon. Okay. Yeah. So what we want is we want to be able to do fastify.get ID or blog / ID,
but
right?
the question now yes, exactly. Yeah.
So let me just JSON stringify dot segments. Let's just see what this
Amazing.
Okay. What did I do? Oh no.
Yeah, you need to put the full under the function after it, otherwise it's not going to work.
Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. So obviously the first one doesn't have any segments because it's just a regular, static route, I guess you would call it. The second one has this segment objects where each part is an array. Why is it an array? Can't remember. But anyways, it has the pieces that we want. So it has blog is not dynamic, slug is dynamic.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what we can do here is we can say,
and it's a colon, or it's a wildcard. What is it? Is it or is just a single param?
This case it's just a single param. If it was spread true, then it would be like a wildcard, I think.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I just put it.
Let's say let path, and we'll say if. I think there's a let me just write out the. Actually, I think I can scroll up. Yeah. So this is the raw object. I'm just trying to think. Is there? Yeah. If there's a path name, then we can use that. And if there's no path name, that means it's dynamic, I believe.
Yeah, you need to get that and get the segments. So yeah.
So equals route dot path name. Is it path name? Yeah. So for like a regular static route, you just use that. And for this one, path is equal to route dot segments map. Let's see, what does it look like again? I can't remember why it's an array. Let's not worry about that for right now. We'll just call this info and say if info dot dynamic, then it's going to be colon info dot content. Otherwise, just info dot content. And then join with a slash. Okay, let's see. Path is path. Let's just see what we get here. Clear. Start. Okay, path is, it doesn't, it needs to start with. Okay. Yes. Cool. So now we've dynamically created one that gets our slug.
Yep.
So that accounts for dynamic. That's how we do dynamic routes. So now we have
amazing.
So if we go to this, it's just going to say log because we didn't actually do the database part. But anyways, that's how we could actually build that functionality. Now, if you want to do spread, which is basically a way to do wildcard, we'd have to change this code a little bit, but I'll do that. I'll do that later. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we are.
I have one question for you. Can we pass specific objects inside the Astro request?
From the outside.
Yes.
Not really. Like, so is this a way to like use middleware so that you're
So okay, Fastify. So there is a few bits. So that will be makes this integration phenomenal. So a very typical use case of a lot of those kind of things, especially if you're building both an API, a public API, and some HTML render component, is to be able to call its own APIs. Okay.
Okay.
I've seen a few render framework that just I'm just calling fetch on my own API, essentially.
Yes. That's usually how people would do it.
Yes. The trick here is that Fastify has a super fast way of doing that called .inject. And we bypass the full HTTP back and forth. Right. So the only way is to get, you need to get, it works fine in production. It's in testing, but it works fine in production. It's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. And I think I've used this before.
Yeah, it's what powers all our serverless integration.
Yes.
So cool. If you deploy on Lambdas or anything, you will end up using this. It works perfectly. So it has an API similar to Fetch, but you have the full Fastify app available. So what you could do there, you could do a lot of very nice things if you had access. We just need to put something in the context of where you're rendering the templates. Like I don't know if
there's not really a place for that right now. Now there's some hacky ways you could do it, but we don't really have, like, people have asked for this a lot, is they want to have like Astro, like the Astro Global is contextual to the page render.
Yeah.
And so you have like params, that's like parameters, there's props. So some people have wanted like context or something.
Yes,
that's
exactly. That's
like
exactly what I'm asking for.
Yeah, we don't have something like that yet. Now, if you want to do a hacky way,
well, we are doing a lot of hacky ways here.
you take the request object. You could say request.inject equals fastify.inject. Let's say like params. I'm not saying you want to do this, but it would work. Is you have access to that request object.
Oh.
And so then you could do.
Yeah. Instead, let's not even do that. Let's attach to that object the rec, not the Fastify thing, Fastify app. So in there.
What do you want to do?
Instead of the inject, I would just do request.fastify equals Fastify.
Request. Oh, just pass the raw Fastify object.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It goes. Yes.
Yep.
And then you would have access to Fastify. Yeah. Yep. And then you can do whatever you want. Obviously, the types don't work, so you'd have to.
You need to do some manual typing magic here to make it work. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard. You could just do it like this. And then you could do Fastify inject. So that's not pretty, but it works for now. But yeah, we do need some type of context thing. A lot of people have asked for that because
that would be phenomenal, because it will make this like now you could do inject and calls from within itself, and will make it super powerful, because we have auto-load, the HMR stuff working. We have we can get this done, is like, then we have a full blown. You can take any Astro app and stick into your Fastify thing. It will just magically all work without any anything, more or less.
Yeah, that will be cool. We need to figure it out. Yeah, we really got to get a better context API. A lot of people have asked for that, so we will have that. But in the meantime, we can figure.
Yeah, this will do the trick. Not pretty, but this will do the trick.
Yeah. So, anyways, cool. Is there anything else you want to?
Oh man, we got everything everything done. I look. It seems pretty amazing from my point of view. I don't have much else.
Yeah,
Is
I mean,
somebody had some questions in the room?
so this is only, I would say this is only dev mode, right? We've only worked on dev mode. Production is mostly the same. Like there's the same kind of app thing. But we'd have to, I don't know, there is some stuff we might have to figure out to get production mode working. Um, that's the thing about a lot of these kind of frameworks is you do a build like in your CI, and then you
Yeah,
have like, you have those build
yeah,
assets, but that contains all the same information that dev has. It has all
yeah.
the routes and stuff. So the code would maybe be a little bit different, but not too bad.
Yeah, I think yeah, this will be probably an option switch and says this is dev mode or production mode, and then somebody will flip it true and false essentially.
Yeah, just have like, yeah, production.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you need to probably point to a path for production. Probably it's a path, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because there is the file. Or you could have the person like import that module themselves and pass it through. I don't know.
The, that's
Whatever.
also that's also a possibility. Yeah. So cool. Anyway, this is look. Um, if we can get this done, it's an amazing story. So I'm
Yeah,
super.
yeah, yeah. I
Um,
got some work to do. This, like I said, this is a tag right now. This is not available
yeah,
in
yeah,
latest. So I gotta obviously I gotta wire through the HMR and stuff and clean it up, and I gotta convince my coworkers that we should actually release this too.
yeah. I can. I look. I can help with that. Okay, you can like. I think this shows the capability of providing that level of this level of integration.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's pretty cool. So, anyways,
it's
yeah, I
it's
look forward to it.
I look. It seems pretty cool from my point of view. So
Yeah.
I'm very good. So I'm just saying goodbye. So I'm putting you back on the main, so we can
Okay.
just see the two of us. So yeah, stop our live streaming. So I stopped
Gotcha.
screen sharing. So yeah, no, it's been super nice pleasure. Okay, I think we had quite a lot of fun, to be honest. So
Great time.
it was a nice it was a really nice stream. I actually loved it, especially when we can build like something together very quickly, and we
Yeah, I
made
know.
like I don't know enormous
I did
amount of
not.
progress.
I did not think the HMR thing was gonna. I didn't think we were gonna be able to figure that out. Like that was pretty
Ah,
amazing.
look, it's as long as I found out where I needed to plug it, I was it was look, it's just digging inside other people's code is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
So
is.
yeah, when I used to work as a consultant, I used to do more or less that kind of
Oh yeah.
plugging into debugging other people code very quickly, and that's a skill that once you start to learning, you get it you get it nicely. So no, cool. I think we are doing pretty well. I think we are. It's super nice at this point in time. I don't think we need anything else. And look, I just wait for your PR, and we can for your stuff.
See?
And once there is something that we can use and start publishing, we can even start actually collaborating on the fastify-astro module for real, in the
Yeah.
sense of I just need the API, the APIs that you have been using and the stuff, and then we can
Yeah.
essentially grow it. But it seems very promising from my point of view. Like it's whoa,
Yeah.
this is
It's pretty close. It's close. It's for like a few hours of work. I think it's pretty good. So we'll get
yeah,
it better.
we got most of it done. So it's no, I'm happy. I'm happy. That it's up to you to ship it. That's not my problem. So it will be my problem later on to use the stuff and figure out how to maintain it. But that's a different other story. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Matt, and say hi to Fred and the other folks
For sure.
at Astro for me. And thank you everybody for watching. This was a very nice stream, I think, and we had quite some fun. So these will be available on YouTube again. So we'll probably send it out and stuff, and then folks can um, can check it, okay, and so on. So you can even point out to your friend, oh, you got a nice YouTube stream out of it. Check it out, how cool it is. It just works. It's incredible, okay. Almost on first try. So amazing, Matt. And yay, thank you, and see you next time. And bye bye. Oh, folks, we are going back streaming in a few on Thursday too. So stay tuned and watch your notifications. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.